everybody, I am Christi and with Christi Creations, and today we are working on Gingerbread Dream Junk Journal Folio Part 3. So this is part of Papercrafts Socials Kits, and not only is this going to be in my own collection of playlists, this is also going to be a playlist that is being hosted by, it would help if I had it written down, wouldn't it? Girl Friday Craft. And she is calling it Build a Holiday Journal Papercrafts Socials YouTube collaboration. So the first two will be found on my page, and then this one where we're blinging this all out is for the collab. So I have not only my own stuff gathered up, but everything that came in the kit that I did not use yet in here. So first off, I'm going to show you a couple things in the kit that. So I like to cut everything out ahead of time. I know it makes things a lot easier for me. I do cheat and use clips to hold words to get bundles like this together. So I have a couple word bundles. I honestly cannot even remember what they are. I had some pockets left over that I may or may not find uses for. We will see. So they're still here in the kit. We have some Christmas numbers. We have paper variations of candy. We have cards. That of course was what we used to work on things. We have our little envelopes that I need to still get a couple things done on. And then we have our different tags. And for this one, since I'm using so much color everywhere else, I'm using organza white ribbon. So as you can see, there's all sorts of stuff, including gingerbreads. And we're just gonna, I'm trying to separate out tags real quick from the decor parts. Because yes, I will work with tags as well with y'all, because that is part of decorating. And I think I'm gonna use these as tags, but I have some metallic pins I am eyeing right now next door to me. And we may be adding a little coloring on this. So we're going to sit them there. We have a house I will fold to make a little card. Another one I'm going to sit right there. And we have that right there. So those are all tags. So the tags I will probably just fold, glue, and hole punch. But we will see if I can get to them. So first things first. I know I'm going to be putting these in. I'm not sure where yet. But I want them to be sealed down. So I have my Velcro right here. I'm going to pop it on. And we'll get those sealed. Because I love being able to put little hidden things in. So let me grab one more. And then we will start all with our decor. I'm doing that off screen on y'all, aren't I? I apologize. I have a habit of doing certain things off screen, and I don't know why. So, actually, these two are going to be first that we're going to be working with. If I can find where I stuck it, give me a second. I got these at Hobby Lobby. Most of everything I'm using tonight for decor, besides for the paper crafting parts, are from Hobby Lobby. I have some cute candy canes to add some 3D effects. And where I originally planned to put them, they don't work because they don't go in the angle I want them to. So I was kind of curious how they would go here. And I think they look pretty cool on one. That one blends in a little too much, but that one may actually stay. We'll see. So I am actually going to reach and grab one other glue that I normally don't use that often, but I do have in my stash. And it is art glitter glue. I want it for a specific spot, but as you can see, it's been a little while since I used it. Luckily, it's still clear, but not always. So right here is where we're working first, on the wreath on the very front. And I can tell you now this will be a long video. So if you're not interested in how I decorate, just go ahead and watch all the other lovelies in the collab, because they will also be showing you some neat stuff. So this is, it has a sticker on it and it's from Hobby Lobby. I want a 3D effect here. So I'm putting that right there. I do not want the sticker to stay on because I want to glue the whole thing down. I originally thought about putting foam dots on and just let it pop up. But I decided I wanted it flat on the front cover. And I'm just, off screen, I'm getting the rest of the foam off. But I'm also going to add to something, and this will take a little bit to sit. I know it, but we're going to head and start here because I always start from the front and work my way in. So, hopefully I don't need to clean, whoop, I definitely don't need to clean this out. You can see it's a little more runny than the Barely art glue I normally use. But I want it for the different style of hold. And yes, it will, some of it's pop through. That's not going to be the end of the world for me. So I'm going to let that sit for a second, because I have another spot right here we're going to be decorating. I also want to see if I have any metallic colors that will look good on adding a couple of accents. So my metallic pins, I will try to remember to get the affiliate link from, are from Amazon. And we actually have no reds. These are the closest two colors, and I think I may play with that. I may gonna add a little bit of this green. And I may change my mind here in just 5 seconds too, knowing me. So don't be surprised if I do that. Let's add the other elements first before I do anything else. So as on Christmas, we always try to have a wreath or something else on our door. And this is why I really am loving the Gingerbread Dream, because it reminds me of different things I've done with my family throughout Christmas. I have these and I have these, but I think I want to use one of these on the back, and I'm thinking that may look better than the trucks with Merry Christmas on them. So we'll put that to the side. Let's see. I could, those are a little too big. Maybe. But let's go ahead and do the other part of my components here. I ended up buying two because I was not for sure which one was going to work better. If this one here or this one here was going to work better. They're both neat, but that one's just a little too big for my tastes on this one. So we're going to pull, again, as you can see, this is all Hobby Lobby. When I want to look at things in person, I hit the different craft stores. The main two that are near me are actually Hobby Lobby and Michael's. If I want to see anything else, I have to go a lot farther. So these are not flat out stickers like I first thought. If I read it, I would have known they were 3D stickers. So there's little tiny dots on the back. So hopefully these will work okay. I gotta hold. I know they won't be quite where I'm kind of putting them in different spots than you normally would see the lights, I know. But this is my fun project. And I may end up having to come back and tap some glue on certain spots. We will see. Because this is my first time using these. But I thought they added a fun decor. Because I also remember, as you can tell, we're working with a roof. My dad, sometimes my uncles, my brother, and every now and then family friends up on the roof putting Christmas ornaments, Christmas lights on. So that kind of brings the Christmassy there. So I'm going back to this for a second and seeing if I like that as I did for a wreath. I think I may put it right there and pull the red with the green bow. Because something I always like when we go out looking at all the lights and things that other people do, seeing how they decorate. And not leaving things just plain Jane. Thinking of the little things that most people would not think about. I know that's a weird way to look at things, but I've always really liked that. So, our wreath is going to be a little foam candy cane on the door. Now, I looked down here and I debated about adding another sticker pile, but I don't feel these are needed here. I think they will take away. So those are going to be set back to the side. As you can see, that is now dry. Yes, the white has not turned clear yet, but I'm not worried about that. And since I added one of these, I will definitely add this to that. And these pins are going back up because I changed how I was doing things on the front. And that happens when you craft. You change as you go. So just because I find something differently unique does not mean everyone else will enjoy it. So let's see if I can peel the sticky back off this one or not. And then we'll get back on screen. So we have this little envelope here. We're going to drop the candy cane, I think about right there. I might add a little more texture to this later. We'll see. Okay. Before I go too far, I want to go ahead and open the back. And do the back right here. And I'm specifically wanting to do this upper part right here. Because I want to have the same as I had here. Or as close to it as I can. On the back. So let me pop these off. And like I said, they won't be exact. And we're just going to drop them down. And we'll get the other one out. And I actually finished those stickers off. So I know one thing, I'm grabbing my next trip to Hobby Lobby. I hope they still have them. If not, I'll have to wait to see what they come out next year. Now, besides for that, I'm going to stick very simple. If my own blondness can find where I stuck them. Here we are. And I think I'm going to use these wooden ones here. And that literally just say, Merry Christmas and a poinsettia. And again, Hobby Lobby, the Christmas paper crafts. So, I can... What if I tell y'all? I don't think I like them. And that's how I can tell you sometimes plans change. I don't like that there, so we're going to pull them back off. But I was looking and I think maybe I put one of my stickers that are sorry, my tongue tying here. That are pop-up foam stickers that are gifts. Maybe right here in front by the sleigh might be cool. I've got 2 packages of these, so if I need them, I have more than 1 package. And no, it was not on purpose I bought 2 packages. They were literally bought at 2 different times. So, let's see. I think that small little one right there, that pink tiny one, will look perfect there. Like it fell out of the sleigh. Alright. So, we have so many pages now to decorate and decide what we're putting where and what on the stickers and so forth. If I am gluing down the envelopes or not. But first I'm looking at this page right here. I may need to get some of my clips. That may take a minute. But I am wondering about on the front here putting another pocket or two, and maybe one in a different spot. I'm afraid the other pockets are a little too big. Let me grab my rounder tool if I can find it real quick. Give me a second. Well, I can't find it, but I can always use scissors. So, I'm going to think on that while we work in another sections, because you can add so many things here. But as you can see, I've already gone through and added multiple things. So, first thing first, we have different pockets to put in, some letters. Ooh, I wonder where. I'm looking at, I have 3 big and 3 small, and I already have a pocket there. I'd have to hole punch it again. I really don't want to hole punch too much, but I was playing around, maybe adding those on the front of the pocket here. I kind of like that. So we have a couple options to glue these. We can use our tape runner, glue stick, or even our liquid glue. I'm leaving them there before I tape down anything, just to flip through and make sure I don't have a draw to put it somewhere else. And you don't have to use everything. That's the fun thing about this. You can only use some of it. You can use all of it. It's really up to you and your own creativity. So, I think I'm going to do that. And I want to see. No, those don't look good. Okay, what is this word? Yeah, I probably should have kept these in order. Okay. Those spell cookies. If I can remember how to spell, I'm flipping them in back in the right order. I'm looking for a specific one. I'm pretty sure we have here. I think that's, yeah, this is the Christmas one. Just wondering how to lay it out. I'm one of those that has to lay just right or I will not like it. And that's one reason I don't normally use the little tiny words. Is because I am too picky on how I want my stuff done. But I do like those 3 things right here on the side. I am going to use my tape runner because it will be quicker. And we can get those stuck down. I'm not doing these perfect on purpose either. Okay, there we go. But I keep coming back to this front page where I have just this gingerbread. And was wondering, but that would clash already there. Nope. None of my other stickers piles here would make sense like I have hot chocolate. What I'm about to do with one of the hot chocolates is actually was given to me by another creator. Hence the whole reason I bought the hot chocolate stickers or the coffee cup stickers. I'm calling it hot chocolate because I'm not a coffee drinker. And I always get told how people are shocked when I say that and are sympathetic to me for me not being a coffee drinker. I can tell you right now, I honestly do not know if I'm missing anything, nor am I upset if I really am. I think she needs a reindeer mug. And yes, even though the other gingerbread guy is going to get one and do like I do, where I cradle it in my hand and not use the little handle and put, I assume those are supposed to be flowers, but who knows what they actually are. But yeah, they're all cool stickers here. And my plans were, you know what, I could put cookies right up here because there's a cookie. That'd be neat. Oh, I may need to put a sticker on them too also. Decisions. I'm going to put her right there. And there's lots of gingerbread men. There's more than I realized. So I get to decorate multiple ones. So on top of this guy, I am wanting to actually put that completely down where it's stuck inside. But before I do, I was going to grab the 3 little cards that go in it. That way I don't have to do it too many times. So I'm one of those that can take hours to decorate because I've been told I'm very indecisive on my decorating. I had to think it out, lay it out. I'm not a quick decorator, which I understand, and that's okay. Something would be cute if you had kids. Have them on a smaller note paper. Write a note to Santa. Put it in as a memory in this one here. But let me put my tape runner on this. I'm off screen right now. I apologize, but I know I am. I'm running the tape runner across the edges to the best of my ability. And then covering the middle a little bit. So you can kind of see the shimmer. And I'm just going to stick it on. Alrighty. I know I've already used those other 3. I know I talked about putting pockets, but we have plenty of spots I can put the pockets. I am looking at stacking these 3 here and putting the candy cane right there. Peppermint, not a candy cane, right there. What are your thoughts? No, it takes away from the writing. That's my issue. If it takes away, I struggle to put things because I could see putting picture here. Even though I did do it, I was thinking my puppy was Santa. But I didn't do picture with Santa this year with him. I wasn't for sure if he was ready to meet a Santa. That's too big. So you can see how I'm so indecisive. But this is how I start my decorating. I also wondered about lifting this up and adding some ribbons down in here. But right now we're going to close this for a minute. And let's see if there's... Move some of my other bling off to the side. We have these. So these you can add ribbon in the middle before you glue them together. Of course that one's not, I will not be gluing together, but there's that. Hole punching and adding some white organza ribbons is my plan for that. by seeing if there was anything I wanted to add to these is when I pull them over. I'm eyeing this one really closely. And thinking about my pins again. I'm just not sure. Also, even on these bigger ones, you can add them together, glue them, and then hole punch them if you want to. But that's one reason I don't do a lot of decorating when I'm live. Because we can sit here for hours of me debating on what I want to do. And I know that can be very annoying. As you can see, I'm going back to drawing boards, laying things down. One of the traditions was we always gifted one of our family members a poinsettia every year, and that's one reason why I keep pulling out the poinsettia. There, that looks cute. It won't lay it completely flat with this, and that's one reason I have big rings. I also plan when I'm still on the hunt for the type ribbon I want to add on these as well. Let's add that there. All right, set that down. And drop it. And then press down. It will slide a little. That's one downside to glue. No matter what, they slide a little. But I want to go back to this guy here. I have decided for him, not sure where I'm putting him yet, but he's going to be leaned out either way. He's going to have a blue one there. A small green one off over here. Crazy multicolored here. Will that one actually fit where I want to put it before I pull it? Yes, it will. And then this one, I think I will make a little paper. There we go. And fold up and put a cute little Christmas note in here. And I'm thinking about where I'm wanting to put it, because I don't know if I want to glue it down or if I just want to stick it where it can kind of be seen like that. That's why I literally can say I'm very always indecisive on my videos. I like it right here. I'm going to put it right there for now. Okay. Let's see. I think I finally found the spot I'm putting a poinsettia. But now we have another decision to make. I've been pulling that wooden one out several times now. Or do I want to do a paper poinsettia? I think I want to do that one. But also, if you have a lot of Christmas items already, don't go out and buy more. Just play around, see what works. Who knows, you might have printables that works better. That fits this as well. But like I said, I picked this one because it reminded me of, because it's so much on the decorating side. Christmas at home, where we would sometimes go a little crazy decorating. Some years it went over the top, and then some years it was not as much. Since I've been doing shows, it's not been as much because we're normally at a show right up till Christmas. Let me see if I can find that. The thing I was poking, I have an idea. I may have to go buy some more. Ooh, that gave me another idea. So, I'm not sure if Hobby Lobby has these. I bought these at Michael's. I know they have bling, but I don't know if they have this style of size. I'm looking at the headlights on the little car here. And you can't see it, and I'm sorry for that. And we're just going to add, you know how the sun, even if it's not lights on, it's just right. Do I want to add that, or do I want to add that? We want to add that. We'll add this somewhere else. More than likely. Knowing me. We're going to add the little pearls to add the little more bump to the truck. So these are already pre-stickered. So if I accidentally get them in the wrong spot, they're probably going to be stuck. That's okay. It still adds neat effects. Okay, there we go. And even though this has this right here, I think I'm going to put the word cookie there. Because I think it'll look cool there. I'll put this up in a few minutes. It's not wanting to go back in its container. I haven't really been putting any of them up in the container. Okay. Was that cookie or was that cookie? I think this one was. Yeah. So let's see if I like it before I glue it. No, I don't know why I'm so picky on where the words go and how they lay out, but I am. I'm looking at that one and I haven't pulled this up yet. I have globes, stickers. And I know the candy normally technically does not have anything on it, but that's why it's my decorating. Oh, these are nice, good and thick stickers too. Yeah, put that at the bottom, and then on these two I'm also going to add something. We're going to add a Christmas tree style on both of those. Alright, let's flip through and see if I want to use this on any of the other areas, or the little shimmery dots. I wish I had pink, but I don't. Okay, I don't think this one's going to fit with anything else. Oops, sorry everybody, I forgot to mute my phone. Just give me 1 second. Okay. Sorry about that, I literally forgot. So, let's recap what we've already done so far. On the front, we've added a candy cane, the bling for the lights, and a wreath. Inner, we've added a Merry Christmas so far. We've added some stickers here, along with paper cut pieces. We've added some 3D element here with fake pearl stickers. We've added a poinsettia so far. We've added some pop-up elements, candy cane, I'm calling it hot chocolate. I'm sticking to it in a couple spots. Stickers again, and bling on the back with another sticker. Okay, so that just told me it does not like where I put it. Let's see if it'll stick a little bit better in this one. Okay. With me adding extra stuff to it, I am going to have to glue it down, because it's not going to sit in the pockets. That's fine, because I had one spot I was eyeing about putting it. Anyway, which is about maybe a little challenge. Nope. I'm worried about putting it down because I'm worried about the pockets not being able to hold anything else but it, because it being there. Let's try this pocket here. Yeah, I love having the bling on it. Let's see if we can fit that there. There we go. I will find for sure where that will live later. But right now, I'm kind of saying wanting to put more notes now in here. Let me grab my hole punch and let's get some ribbon cut. Hole punch is going to be off screen so I can see what I'm doing. For this type of paper, I would need to glue these doubles before I hole punch them, but I'm just going to do 2 of them for now. And add some paper and let's play with some ribbons. Well, ribbon. Because I want to show you one thing with that, and then I think I'm going to wrap up this video because the rest of it's really up to your tastes. From the beginning of this video is really up to your tastes. So, I like cutting my ribbon. I am sorry. I thought I got my phone muted, and of course it didn't. It's anyway, I like cutting to 10 inches. And I think I'll just do one of the ones I hole punched so you can see right now. Okay. I have way too many stuff here. But I have so many ideas, but I'm also, you're going to laugh. At the same time, if I have so many ideas, I feel I need to slow down and think about what I want to add to this before I add anything else. Because I can bling this completely out and forget about adding any sentimental notes, pictures, or anything like that. And that is one thing I like to think about with my journals, is what else I want to add to it besides that. So for me, this is wrapped up for the year until I have my Christmas with my family and I see what memories I want to put in here. But that is the tab, and I did it off screen on y'all, and I just realized that. So what I do is I take my ribbon, and I wish I had cut this one longer, truthfully. I will on other ones. Fold it in half, stick it through, put the folded part through, open it, make a little hole, pull the tails in, and then work it and pull it up to where I want it. Now I'm kind of leaving it loose on this one because I like it that way. And then I just find my pocket I want it in and slide in. Another thing I plan to do, after maybe with ribbons that are on my gifts, who knows, is add ribbons to the edges here. So I'll probably add a note about it being, sorry, there's something fell on my work desk. This is my memories for 2025 Christmas or something like that in here somewhere. And just continue slowly to bling it out. Depending on how big you bling it out, you may have to get more rings, a size bigger. These are 1.5, and as you can tell, I've already a little bit too much more and it's not going to want to stay. So this is my recommendations on how to decorate. I hope y'all enjoyed them. Till next time, please like, comment, and subscribe down below. And also, do not forget to check out the collab that I'm doing this with. Again, thank you everybody for joining me. Bye.